Good evening, chat. How the hell are you? What you been doing? How's your Saturday been going? Mine has been dealing with doing some work from Signum University, which is actually why I'm a little bit tardy tonight, because I was so enthusiastic in my work I forgot to eat supper, so I had to eat supper. So we're going to play us some Lotro. If you were watching the show yesterday on the official Lotro channel, we were finishing up Mordor. Token Otaku, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. What did you have for supper? Because that's the most important question in the world right now. Alright, let me check my audio settings. Music's a little bit low. Play music is going to be up because if we run across the bands, we're going to listen to them. Alrighty, let's go see what we have got. We left our intrepid heroine hanging out with Mithrandir, who told her, you have to go back to Mirkwood. I'm like, oh god, Mirkwood, I hate Mirkwood. However, this is going to be an epic part of a conclusion to the Southern Mirkwood story. It used to just be Mirkwood, now it's Southern Mirkwood, because there's now a Northern Mirkwood. So we're going to go play with that and have a little bit of fun. Watch Galadriel be a badass. Ooh, beef roast. Still deciding on the sides. What are your choices for sides, Otaku? And I will only tell you which one I would prefer, which should have zero influence on what you actually do with yours. Because I don't like to yuck anybody's yum overly much. Unless they're being obnoxious about it. And then, at which point, it's fair game. Okay, so we have been told to find Galadriel in Celeborn, outside Thengolhad in the Gothburs area of southern Mirkwood. I am going to see what's her hobbit presents. What? I rolled 100. Look at that. Streamer luck right there. So I could get a vitality stat tome. Hell yeah. Sweet corn and green beans. If it were me, again, no influence to you. If it were me, just based on my preferences, I would go with sweet corn. Because I just love corn. Because I'm corny. You are what you eat. Green beans are nice. Especially when they've got, like, some buttery flavor to them. But they're not my favorite because too many people who eat green beans like the crop dust afterwards. Because green beans will give you gas. Anywho, we need to get to Southern Mirkwood. What is the quickest way to get to Southern Mirkwood, chat? We are going to need to go to Lorien and go eastward from there. So that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to open my mail. Well, I will eventually, but I don't need to right now. I need, however, my travel window because we're going to go to my house, my meat hall. Now we'll open up the stat box and I'll choose probably Vitality 1 because I don't think this character actually has Vitality. Or what I could do, since this character really doesn't need the stat box, I'll probably just send it to my main and let my main pick out the next one. In fact, let me do that right now. Speaking of opening the mail, let's compose the mail, shall we? Let's open up this, open up that, send it to the main, and let's plop that in there. Whoop, there it goes. Now, Otaku, proud gas passers. You know what? Fair. If you love green beans, eat the green beans. Like, in my household, there will never be cauliflower, because I am actually very, very allergic to it. As in, I'm going to go to the hospital if I eat any, and if I just smell it being cooked, which you should never cook cauliflower because it smells atrocious, it will make me nauseous. Okay, so we've already visited our friend Wenda Cranespiel, but we are here to get ourselves closer to Thengolhad. So what we need to do is we need to get to Lorien, so we can then get to Southern Mirkwood. So this is one of the reasons why I bought the house or the mead hall right next to this, is because I could just use this to go fairly anywhere I want to go. Okay, I could go to Karis Galathon. Brilliant. It's not inner Karis Galathon, because I'm not that deep into the councils of the White Lady. I'm sorry, of the lady.
Greetings to you.
See, as you can see, I can't go to any of these other cool places because I don't have the deed Defender of Lothlorien. So I'm not that awesome. So you can't really get there from here directly. And I don't believe I yet have the reputation on this character to go in and actually say hi. But I believe the famous rope hiding behind the tree. The trees that, you know, clip into the talon will get me where I'm at. We'll see if I can actually just get in the door the normal way. I don't think I can. Because this character was primarily, yeah, I'm not cool enough. But one of the problems is once they came up with Northern Mirkwood, one of the things the developers didn't remember was the simple fact that there's a lot of folks who do not have the reputation to get into freaking Karis Galathon. Oopsie. Well, I'd be, say, it's very unfortunate if your dad was allergic to cauliflowers, because, yeah, cauliflower is obviously a big part of a lot of... Where are we? Where are we, chat? We need to go this way. I thought we needed to go this way. Let's just ride a normal horse over there, shall we? But yeah, cauliflower has been replacing a lot of carbs in things because it doesn't have carbohydrates in it. The problem is I just can't eat it. Makes me sad because that would open up my menu choices immensely, but it is what it is. Okay, let's see.
Friend and well met.
Okay, we're gonna go to Oscaloth and go from there. So basically, the Northern Mirkwood storyline told you to go to, you know, go to Northern Mirkwood, but you have to go through Southern Mirkwood to get there. But a lot of people didn't do the Southern Mirkwood content, or they did things out of sequence, and they realized quickly, like in the first day, that oops, suddenly all these players are screwed and can't actually go where the devs want them to go. So I can go there, but I haven't undone the deed to get the swift travel, so we're going to take, no, I've got a war steed. War steed is still faster than stable master mount, so we'll take the war steed, it's fine. We're not on a dirty 30, so we should be okay in terms of lag. Fingers crossed. So it's been a tremendous day. If you've been following Professor Corey on social media, holy crap, that man had a day yesterday. You know what? Speaking of wetting my whistle, let's crank this open. And let me check out some things. Let me see what's going on here. Okie dokie. Gonna go boop. And I should lay off the soda, but oh my god, the soda syrup actually helps when I'm talking. True story. Plus, it's the only sugar I generally get most days, so. I had pork chops for supper because they had pork chops on sale at the store on Thursday. Buy one pack, get another pack free, so I bought 2 packs. And that'll keep me going for a while because I'm having to be really, really conservative on my money right now. Spending, the budget is very tight this particular cycle simply because I did spend some money on a new graphics card, which is amazing. Okay, this is where I always lose the path and I just kind of go wandering. It's like, okay, it's up this hill someplace and we'll just go that way. Oh, hey, there's the path again. Found a good spot because you have way too much insulin in your body. Oh, wow. Okay. We're going the wrong way. Let's go this way. So this was a really cool story that they had done for the game. Alright, let's go find Galantoriel. And she is right over here. Getting more blood tests? Yeah, good idea. One of the things I like about the switch of my position from a contractor to a full-time employee of our client is the fact that our medical benefits are going to be a shit ton better. And that's not to disparage the company that I am currently with. It's just the simple fact that it's a small company. That small companies simply do not have the ability
My patience is at an end.
Yeah, go kick some ass,
I will
Galadriel.
not endanger my people who remain within the fortress.
Okay, let's go find these elves. And we're about to have some awesome chicanery going on here. So, yeah. Being from a small company, we didn't really have the means to, they didn't have the means to leverage some super duper, things here. Why am I targeting myself? But once I become an employee of the client company, they are a much larger enterprise level company, and therefore their benefits reflect that. So I'm really excited. I just, gotta make sure I keep doing my job to the best of my ability and see how it goes. I had a talk with our project manager, the person who, I guess, initiated the whole thing. Hello, roving threats. Is there a roving threat here? Gonna get my butt kicked by a roving threat? There's a Carghoul there. You're not a roving threat, are you? No, you're just an Olokai. Oh, look. Hi! Oh, hi! So I'm really excited about the new Amazon TV series, simply because the bottom line, I mean, there's a lot of folks who are concerned, like, oh my god, we're worried that, Amazon is going to do corporate interference like, Warner Brothers did to Peter Jackson. That's a fair comment. On the other hand, Professor Corey has been hobnobbing with the cast and crew for the past couple of days. And they are really big fans of him. And some of them have actually been listening to his podcasts for quite some time. And in fact, they know of him so well that some of them would recognize him on the show floor without him needing a name badge to say, hey, I'm Professor Corey. And he apparently got grilled at great length by Elendil's actor. And the panel apparently yesterday that they had, Stephen Colbert was hosting part of it in person at Hall H, which seats 6,000 people. And Stephen Colbert apparently did a shout out to Corey and the Exploring Lord of the Rings class that takes place in Lotra, which is kind of cool. And also spoke about Signum University. But unfortunately, the video that we've been able to discover after the fact edits most of that out, which kind of sucks. Okay.
The mission of the Golden Host nears its end.
Alright, remember the Golden Host? Alright, let's find the elves of the Golden Host. Let's take our pony there because I have a timer going. So our goal for tonight is we are going to get to 115, and then they're going to call it a night. Or we're going to hit 11:30, whichever comes first. Hello.
I will lead my warriors to safety, but will you do something for me?
Oh sure, the Room of Shadow. Dun dun dun. This Room of Shadow. Dun, 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 dun. This is a very scary place.
I do not know what lies beyond that room of deep shadow. Remain alert.
This is a really cool instance. Look how much shadow I've got on me. Yeah, it's freaking dark and shadowy in here. The light of Arendelle is all but quenched. Ah, that was a jump scare. First time I ever saw this. And this is right after the removal of the ring from his person at the Last Alliance. Aw, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Dun 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 dun. I don't know, dude. I can see you. A worthy servant? Smaug the Golden? Surely you jest. Skewered. Ooh, sent away. Ski! What's up, Ski? Footsteps in the Western Passage. Oh no. What? A haggard elf? Is this a trick? Yay! She lives! And this is like a really cool point. Ooh. Hope your power stays on, Ski. Life is good here. We completed our instance. Yay! And now we're back to no longer having the massive shadow of Mordor on our faces. Alright. Galadriel knew you were alive.
I've never seen such deep shudder as that which blankets the room of voices.
Okay. Let's go kill some dudes. Let's go have some fun and kill some dudes. Hi. Okay, let's turn some nameplates on so I can actually see things. You know what I also should do? I should turn my razor back into my standing stone settings. There we go. Storms and clouds are awesome to look at, not gonna lie. And one of my kitties, who lives a bit north of me, had a great set of clouds rolling in. It honestly looked like the scenes with the mothership coming in Independence Day. Or I'm sorry, the assault craft coming into the atmosphere. Thankfully, I didn't get any of that down here, so... Yeah, I love watching storms, because that's so much fun. But, of course, I'd prefer to watch it on, like, a protected porch of some kind. Alright. Nice! Your new place lets you watch that? That is so cool. Oof. After the show, I'm gonna go watch the Bards, Beards, and Longbeards at the Prancing Pony and Bree on my Lonely Mountain Bando. But for now, we're just chilling, taking in the sights, killing all the orcs as you do. Where are we going? Back there. So I'm just getting ready to put in some more work on the Signum U website. I'm not doing the majority of the work on it. Somebody else is. Most of what I'm doing is cleanup and making sure, you know, the spelling is correct more than anything else. It's time to watch Guldur be a badass. Are we there yet?
It'll be up to others to examine these relics.
Hell
I am
yeah.
proud to have done my lady's work.
And we're gonna get a class trait point and a piece of armor that we can't use, but it will be a substantial upgrade when we do get to use it at level 115. And I really do like the appearance of these outfits, by the way. Look at that. That's just so cool. It does look better on humans than it does on dwarves or hobbits, I'm not gonna lie. And this is the one that I'll get. And they don't really dye all of that well, not gonna lie. They're okay. Yeah, that one dyes a little bit better. And that one dyes best of all. Look at that. Blue and silver. This game needs to do more blue and silver armor, not gonna lie. Loud movie. We're gonna let it happen.
Andare ulco a palle, al tavassina, luna la illa equatare.
Oh no, she's a Goa'uld!
Anilada!
Doesn't really look like it was raised to the ground, but you know, whatever works. All right, and Sigilith is back! Hooray!
At last, the fortress has been cast down.
All right, we did the thing, and we saved Sigilith. Excuse me, Celeborn. Sorry. Yeah, we don't know what happened to Corydon. This is pretty much the last mention of him in the game. Maybe we'll see more of Corydon in future content. We don't know. You can go find him. I don't know where he is.
My realm in the north of the wood came under threat, but I seized the victory.
Yay! Yeah, we're fast friends with your kiddo, so yeah. Alright, let's pick my item here. So I either have this one, Will Vitality Fate 20 Light of Arendelle, or Will Vitality Outgoing Heal. I'm just going to take this one because I'm a fighty. Heck yeah.
The Weeping Warrior is known to me. He is a dragon tamer, sly and cruel.
Alright, we're gonna go to Felaggoth, Northern Mirkwood. We get to leave Mordor, which is pretty gosh darn cool, I'm not gonna lie. And this pony will take us there. Hooray! And look at that mess. Look what Galadriel did. Glorious lady. And of course the butterflies. We start here. Let's get our stable master.
What do you need?
Oh, I don't need you to be grumpy at me. Okay, we are officially a level and a half under what's going on here. Let me spend my class... Well, you know what? I'm not going to spend my class trait point because I don't have it. I need another one. And yes, I only have 50 some odd class trait points because this character was a level 95 Valar, and they didn't get all the class trait points automatically granted like the 105 and higher Valars do. It was one of the things that led me to write a proposal to Standing Stone and saying, here's what you should do to fix Valars. Wow, rubber banding. Which server am I on? Server 31. It's a dirty 30, so we are going to see some more lag here. One thing I want to do, actually, I want to go out to the Forest Gate and see if we can pick up the Path of the Company deed. Because while it is not... well, it won't give me any XP. I just like the damn deed, so... let's see if we can at least start it up and follow it to Lake Town and beyond. Okay, so we're gonna bang a left here and follow the Asparagi. See, Corey called it, like when we first took Corey here, he called them Asparagi, asparaguses, those markers. So they're Asparagi. Is my thing on? Alt F10. It was not on. Yay, personal lamp. That'll help a little bit. So what's everybody been doing in game recently? I've been mostly getting this character leveled to 115, so she can open up my level 115 IXP runes, of which there will be far fewer those in the future. Because sadly, people gotta do bad things, and so Standing Stone turned that ability off. Unfortunately. On the other hand, just to be fair, I was just... ooh, I did get the deed. Hello. Hello. Okay, so we're gonna go out to the gate and start the deed there. It's one of my favorite deeds, honestly. And this deed was the one that 100% cemented the fact that Standing Stone had the rights to include content from The Hobbit in the game. Beyond just, like, the obvious passing reference based on what was in the actual original trilogy. I'm sorry, the original trilogy, like this is Star Wars. But the lag is real because we're on a dirty 30. However, us reporting from Weatherstock last week, which is what we're doing here last week as streaming Weatherstock, and thankfully we quickly realized what the trouble was and made an adjustment to salvage the event, even though it wasn't the way we would have preferred, because we would have preferred to be on, you know, on the top of Weathertop, right? Okay, so... there's the Dusty page. We're going to ignore the page. We're going to step into the Bjorning lands, where it's scary. And we actually picked up the other deed as well. So if I really wanted to, I could go and complete the deed for the first half. But we'll just do this one. Because I actually don't want to waste too much of my XP booster, because it was the last one I had. Well, the last one I had that was bound to this character. And yes, I'm ignoring the lore pages. I'm going to do those later at a time when I am gearing up, which actually I'm never going to bother doing with this character. She's going to get parked. She's going to get parked. So let me do this. Let me put the deed up that we're looking at. And I wish you could search this. This would be so nice to be able to search it. I don't want the rep one. I don't want that one. Where is the deed? It's not a class deed. It's the Veils of Anduin one, but I need... aha. Not it. This one. So add it to the tracker. That way I can follow along where Bombur fell into the Enchanted River. So let's get back to the Enchanted River. What time of day is it in game? It is late watches, so it'll get a little bit lighter here shortly. Otaku's been taking a break from the game for real life stuff, which is what you gotta do. I mean, I was late starting the show because I was doing real life stuff, so you know. He did make it to Weatherstock. Yeah, Weatherstock was a lot of fun. It was good to have it on a day that I didn't have to do other things. There was a couple of years ago, when Professor Corey would just happen to schedule big events like moots on days that I was doing other major events. For example, a couple of years ago, it wasn't last year. Was it last year? I think it actually was last year. Where I organized a surprise party for Aiden of the Lonely Mountain Band. And we managed to keep it a secret from him for 2 freaking months. Which is amazing considering how much people gossip. And just, you know, socialize and, you know, whatever. And it happened to be running on the same day that we were running one of our regional moots. And so I had to work the regional moot and run the stream for the party and to do all this other stuff and rubber band off of the trees and the roots here in northern Mirkwood. Yeah, this is definitely a dirty 30. Now the fun fact is, as long as you're not lagging like I am, you can run through northern Mirkwood. Like, you see how distant these red mob darts are? Dots? If you're running on like a super low level character, like a, I don't know, level 11 or level 8 or something, they might aggro against you, but if you're riding a steed, you can outrun them and you'll stay safe because they're so far away from the path. So as long as you don't lag into something or lag off the path, you can actually go through northern Mirkwood on a scary low-level character and be perfectly safe. The only one you have to really worry about is the orc at the very end by Logland. Like right before you make the turn to Logland, there's that orc that paths on the path. That's about it. So I've got some Lobby alts that have the birthday boy or birthday girl title from the Bilbo's birthday thing, which you have to go down to Logland, the lake town, back to Logland, safely. You try to outrun the big guard. Oh, yeah, the Gatecrasher guards. I've beaten them up a few times. I've helped beat them up on lower characters a few times. And of course, anytime we do our Hobbit runs to Isengard with Sapiens, there's always a crew that goes ahead and kills them before the main party gets there. We haven't yet done the Hobbit run to Isengard yet. There were nebulous plans to make it happen, but we're mainly waiting on, I believe, Taffy to decide when would be a good time. Or Ara to decide, because Ara is the one who normally does the running, leads the run. So, I don't know. And of course, Sapiens has, of course, agreed. Because this will be a memorial run to Isengard. To honor Zinel's player, who unfortunately passed away in April. Was it April? Was that long ago? And Zinel was, of course, the leader of the Department of Harmony and Song, subsection of the Department of Homeland Security. Bombur is falling in, he's drowning. Okay, we need to find where Bilbo climbed above the trees. That one was always a little bit tricky, and you'd always want to have your nameplates on to be able to find the sturdy branch. And it's sad that we're going to be there during nighttime. We won't be able to see much of anything. It is gorgeous during the daytime. But the fun thing is you can take your horse up there. And you can't jump off. I've tried to jump off just for grins. And it didn't work. Okay, it's generally going to be one of the early trees. Whoops, let's stay on the path, stay on the path, stay on the path. Come on, Druid. Let not turn that way. Stay on this path. Oh, there it is, the sturdy branch. I knew it was like one of the last trees before they turned to like the really awesome ones. So yeah, the sun is not shining brilliantly. You can't see a damn thing. It's very sad. So not much you can do. And yes, you can try to jump off. And you know me, I'm actually pretty good about finding ways between the invisible walls, but Scenario got this one settled pretty good. If Scenario is the one who made this particular space. So you go back down, you're back on the path, make sure you stay on the right path, don't go up the path to Castilian, because that would be a very sad day. Okay, where the company was lured off the path. Well, you know, this is not exactly, right? Okay. Now, where the company was ambushed by spiders was the one that... It always seems to be the one that I have the hardest time sorting out. And it's basically down here. I think. Or right up here. This is the one that I always mess up. Don't want to aggro the forest buck, do we? Or the Mirkwood boar. Ow. Or the Mirkwood bear. Or the wolf. We get to listen to the beautiful music by Mr. Bill Champagne, who's awesome, by the way. Come on, back, 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 back. They were ambushed first and then dragged away, so that's what I'm trying to find, is the place where they were ambushed and then dragged away. So they were lured off the path. I'm gonna have to look up the coordinates on this one here in a minute. I'm gonna. There's no shame in looking stuff up on the wiki. Okay. Path of the company. La da 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 dum. Okay, so that one is 18.4 by 36.3, so we're very close. So let's pick a direction. The way I normally do this is I don't go in like both directions at once. I go either east or west to establish which direction is which. Okay, so that is actually the wrong way. So we need to get back up the hill. Good times, me. Oh no, something's after us. What are we gonna do? Okay, let's get back to where we were before. Okay, let's try this again. 18.4. And 36.3. 3. Aha. Okay, now we get to go see where Bilbo saved them, which is down in here. I shall call you Sting. Let's go hang out with the king. The Elven King. Let me out, let me out. Do you mind? Come on. Oh, there we go. Keep running into things. Let's not fall in the river, shall we? Let's back up on the path. Back up on the path. Can we find the path? No, apparently we cannot find the path. Where are we? Excuse me. Rude. I am going way so much... Okay, I think I know where I am now. Going back in here. Going the entire way through. Get off the tree. There's the scary river. There's the path. We found the path again. Okay, let's not Rivendell this bridge. This isn't like Mordor where you're going to Rivendell the bridge and it will kill you. But we do want to get across safely. Yay, we did it! And of course, Radagast is hanging out nearby. We're not going to say hi to Radagast. We're busy. Alright, let's go back to Twitch chat. I don't need the map. No, Alright, let's grab the Stable Master, as you do.
How can I be of service?
Hold that thought. I wish there was actually a swift travel route to Logeland, because that would be so nice. Or a proper barrel ride to Logeland. Hello? Okay, let's turn in this quest.
The king himself told us to expect you.
Yeah, apparently you don't get your orders directly from the king because you're not awesome enough. Okay. Let us ride... Do I have any cool mounts that I can ride in here? Let's find out. I have a lot of cool mounts on this character. But I think I will go with... Oh, I do have the Steed of the Reminiscing Dragon on this character. I forgot about that. Try that one. Oh, hey. Wow, this is 2017. By the way, I should ride this horse more often. Look at this. This is amazing. And blue and silver. It totally also doesn't match my armor. Let's just ride the regular Steed of the Semna, because it matches my outfit. You gotta be color coordinated when you're visiting the home of an elf. They get kind of cranky about it. It's like, oh my god, these guests are so embarrassing. And this is so pretty. This looks like the home of wood elves, doesn't it? Okay. Now, one thing I do want to observe is the fact that I am now out of tomes for my things. However, what I also have are a crap ton of tomes from shared storage, which we're going to use an XP tome, XP booster. I'm also going to remember to put on my pocket item, since I don't need the Light of Arendelle anymore, but the Will and Vitality will be very nice. Okay, let's go. Where are my... de-dum. What am I looking for? Oh, boosts. Let's use one of these. I'm going to put this back so I don't accidentally click it again. Hello, King Thranduil.
I welcome you to the halls of Felagos, and to the greater wood of Erin Lasgala.
Okay.
I have been expecting your arrival.
There we go. Let's go talk to Legolas, who's going to be a little bit more diplomatic than his dad.
I am delighted to see you in my father's halls.
Huh? Yeah, Glowin was kind of not a guest here. I'm just saying. Okay, talk to her in the dining chamber. Okay, so let's go talk to the elves. We're also going to complete the path of the the bits that are in here.
I fought at Dagorlad, but more than half of the Wood Elves did not return from the war.
Well, that's because your king was a bit of a dumbass, that's why. True story. Amroth. I'm sorry, Orodreth. Was it, or Onodr? Whatever the name of the previous king was, he was not a bright boy. By the way,
A word between us then.
this is where you go to get some cosmetics if you want them. Some dwarf make looking cosmetics, a Lasgalan bow. I've never been super happy with most of the cosmetics weapons that you can... Ooh, hello. Fishing rod. Not that I need that. Oh. Is the dye just not working, or am I just not seeing it right? Because I thought the cloak actually died. I'm confused. So did you get the agility set? And that's the... Yeah, so the Woven Silk Cloak is dying, but the cosmetic one is not dying in the preview, which is very unusual. I mean, I'm... Antlers on your hat. It is what it is. There's like the fancier version of the items. Or, I'm sorry, the fancier ones are the scions. And they just look a little bit, they're like a recolor, but they are definitely better in terms of... You get rings, and more rings, and earrings, and a pocket item. And also ambient things for your household, if you so desire. But you have to be a friend to be able to get the ambience. So, there you go. Oh yeah, the heavy armor one looks amazing. Though if you put it on a dwarf, it makes them look like they're wearing footy PJs. Just saying. It really does. How you doing tonight, Bookworm? You finally solved the issue with the bar for the missions not vanishing? They've been stuck on the screen for 1 year for a couple of months. Oh my god, really? You clicked on the solo figure to mute it for that account, or for that character, and then the 3 people for the server. Good call. And I don't know why I didn't see that long message before. Alright, we're gonna run through this. You know what? No, we're not. We're gonna ride a horse because it's slow. Yeah! And immediately run into something because we're that awesome. But yeah, this is a really nice place. Really good building. And I like the fact that the map is actually pretty useful. Once they made the final version of the map, it was pretty damn useful. Now this one was a little bit tricky to find exactly the right spots to trigger the deed. And again, I'm ignoring the pages. Ignoring the pages. And you know me, I love glowing crystals. So this is a pretty cool spot. You know, the elves and the dwarves could have totally made friends over the fact that they have a mutual love of glowing crystals.
These caverns were carefully shaped over hundreds of years.
I would say more than hundreds of years. And this, of course, is where Thorn was kept. Okay, we need to go back this way. So we can go back this way, into the other part of the jail. Come on. We've got more jails to go through, so the dungeons are extensive. And I have to wonder, if you think about it, why were the Elven King's dungeons so large? There we go. Why were they so large? Who did the Elven King keep in the dungeons? Surely they wouldn't have kept that many goblins around, right?
Our scholars hope to cleanse the artifacts brought from Dol Guldur of their evil.
I want to know the answer to this question. Trying out a new build. Well, hopefully, once you get it down a little bit better, it'll flow better for you, and you'll get more deeps. With the content that I do, rotation doesn't matter all that much. And that's the unfortunate nature of the game, is if you have a basic idea how your class works, it really doesn't matter. Okay, we should go back and talk to Legolas, but I want to go to the cellar room where the thing is. And so we can sing the cellar song together. Heave ho, splash, pop, rolling down the thing. So, here's the problem that I have with all of this. I don't mind that the apple barrel ride requires friend statting with the elves of Felgoth. What I really, really disagree with is the fact that they didn't actually make a ride out of it. We know they have the technology to make it happen. Or rather, I know that Standing Stone has the technology to make it happen because they have them in DDO. Okay, they have barrel ride-like things where you're at the mercy of a river going down a tunnel, and guess what? You wind up in some weird-ass place you don't expect to be. So it can be done. I just don't know why they don't do it. Do it, Standing Stone. Do it! You're trying to get to T3 race pass through. So fair? Fair. So yeah, you doing the min-maxy thing, go for it. I mean, once you get tier 3, you got to. Even on tier 2, you have to be paying attention and, tricking out your class and doing the best to get your, mitts up and your stats up and hit the stat caps, etc., etc. And that's understood. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand about me, is that I understand you need all of that shit. I just don't, it's just not stuff that I worry about, because I don't have time for all of that. And I understand I don't have time for all that. Also, I recognize that raiders, raid gear, raid loot, really cool, epic, legendary, rare stuff should not be available to the general public. If you put in the work to raid and you get the raid stuff, then you should get the raid stuff. That stuff shouldn't be available for, buying in the store or any of that. I mean, I know a lot of people will say, well, you're the damn Lotro show. I'm like, yep. However, I also recognize the fact that some shit should not be available just to buy. I'm all for pay for convenience. I am not for pay to win.
Enjoy your exploration of my father's halls.
Okay.
Let us instead look to the dangers that await my people in Aryan Lasgalan today.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna go do Spies in the Forest. So I've done the tier 1 raid for Hidden Horde. I've also recently completed Fall of Khazad-dûm. I do them for the story. I mean, that's what tier 1 is supposed to be for these days, is the story version. Ah, my nose is itching like crazy. It says they're in the southeast. Find a Gardellan and Daenerys southeast of Torek ML. So it's not southeast of here, it's southeast of Torek ML, which is to the west of here. I love this Sorcerous Waters effect. It is so cool. But ultimately, it's harmless unless something is mobbing you. Bum ba da. I think of the quickest way, best way. Oh, no, we got a ways to go. Yeah, I'm just reading what you wrote in the Rage channel, Ski. And yeah. I love the cat eyes in the distance that you get close and they're not there. Whoa, back into the Sorcerous Waters we go. No. Oh, we'll just ride along the side. It's like the, hey, there's a cart on the thing, so we'll just ride off to the side. It'll be fine. Sure. It is indeed a fine line. Though I think, in case folks are wondering, we're having a discussion, in all caps, because that's the Rage channel, my Discord, about overzealous fans who cross into the realm of fanatic versus being an actual fan. And the folks who are hate-mongering on the Rings of Power series, just as many of the same people hate-mongered on Star Wars, who hate-mongered on anything that, whatever. And they're hate-mongering on Star Trek as well, which I'm super stoked about some of the announcements about Star Trek coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. Whee! They're gonna go wacky with Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. They're gonna do a crossover episode with, Lower Decks. I'm like, oh, hell yes! Because one of the things I love about Strange New Worlds is it doesn't take itself quite so damn seriously. And I think, to some extent, there is a lot of taking Tolkien seriously. And there isn't that same sort of sense to Star Trek. I mean, Anson Mount is funny as hell. I'm not gonna lie. And that cast had way too much fun in their one episode recently where they were all acting other roles. Hi, Fifi. How you doing? Oh, I got dismounted. Come on. Come up and visit. We have a thiefy. We have a thiefy. We have a good cat. This is why everybody's here. I understand. I acknowledge.
Any friend of the prince is friend to me also.
Alright, let's go find some foes to murderize. I'm actually more than cautiously optimistic about this series. Mainly because I've been listening to what Corey has been saying. Corey is not a credulous person. You have to convince him. He's not a skeptic, but he's willing to entertain the notion that, you know, something... He's not going to prejudge something, and I think that's one of the problems that a lot of these folks are having is they have been told that it is X, Y, and Z, and therefore they're not going to even give it a chance. And of course, they don't like the fact that certain people have been given access to the cast and crew, and that things have been, you know, that those folks are able to go, you know, visit London and meet with the showrunners and whatnot. But quite frankly, the fact that the showrunners are are able to quote Elvish on the spot, not just like a rote learning something or other that, you know, they just kind of remembered. No, they've done their own scholarship, and the thing is, they know Corey. Like, I mean, Stephen freaking Colbert gave Corey a shout-out in front of 6,000 people in Hall H yesterday. And that's not a small matter. So, the fact that they're doing their best to win him over, and they have successfully done so, despite his preference to, you know, wait until he's seen it and then make a decision. Oh, now we need to go to Caristillion. Let's get out of here. And I think the two trailers, the teaser and the trailer, were there for different purposes. One was kind to, you know, to kind of whet appetites, and the other was to actually provide a little bit more meat on those bones to say, hey, this is what we got going on. Okay, can I get up here? Ah, no! Let's get off of that. But honestly, the fact that the showrunners know Corey, and he has openly admitted on his Twitter that, you know, they've had longtime fans, that he's invited them onto his broadcasts. So there looks like there's going to be Rings of Power people on Signamu broadcasts in the future. And there are folks who have actually, you know, been fans of his stuff, not for just like the past little while, but for like years. And so that's one of the reasons why he got the invites that he did, is because they already were familiar with his work. The folks that I just really have no sympathy or empathy for are the ones who are going to act like he's not an actual Tolkien scholar. I'm like, do you see the PhD on his wall? And so that's something I'm going to have to watch out for as my role as the Discord and Twitch moderator for Signamu, is keeping an eye on the rotten apples who will invariably turn up and try to poison our particular well. And we're not going to have it. In fact, here's the kind of grace that Corey is offering. And I know there's some folks who are criticizing him for this, even more than, accusing him of being an Amazon shill. My God, if we had Amazon money for a Signamu, Jesus, they'd pay me more. They'd actually pay me more. Yes, to be fair, I do get paid by Signum University. My hourly wage is actually higher than my hourly wage at my day job, but it's only for a few hours a month, so doesn't exactly pay the mortgage yet. If I could go full-time with Signum, though, that would be amazing. But we are a non-profit university, so we don't exactly get Amazon Bezos bucks. Because if we did, holy shit, things we would do. But there's this one guy called Nerdrotics, very, very negative about everything. And I think Corey's trying to discern whether or not it's just this guy's brand, or if it's the way the guy actually, kind of like Dr. Disrespect, who I have zero respect for, but that's a persona that he plays. So on some level, it's kind of like Colbert. Colbert made his fame by playing a role, and now he's actually a regular talk show host under his own behavior rather than playing an over-the-top comedic fake Republican kind of deal. So Corey reached out to Nerdrotic to say, hey, we're both at Comic-Con. Do you want to meet up and have an informal, off-the-record conversation? Tolkien fan to Tolkien fan? And we don't know what's, I haven't read social since past couple hours. But if that happens, I will be very curious to see what Corey's impression of the man is. To see, is he actually that much of a shitheel, or is the guy just playing a persona for clicks and money? But we'll see. But Corey is also a much more forgiving person than most people that I know. You can read the letter if you'd like.
The orc carried a letter from its captain? Show it to the prince.
He's right here.
This letter is interesting. Are the Gurzul of whom Mithrandir speaks not united?
No. Alright, let's go up to Karis Tillian and kill things, because it's fun. And we're gonna get some eyes on the university because Colbert shouted us out. The word's getting around, so we're gonna see more people in our spaces, and that's just the way it is. And we just have to be prepared. Our mission is going to be as welcoming as possible. I probably will be a little bit more lenient about moderation and a little bit more forgiving in providing, basically taking my lead from Corey, who is offering grace to anybody. People who come in rolling around will get the opportunity to not be jerks, and then if they continue to insist upon it, then we will gently show them the door. But they will be given an opportunity. The whole point here is to be... why did I just do that? I hit the wrong button, that's why. Come here. Come here. Meow, meow. I remember the first time I came in here and almost got my ass kicked. The Sorcerer Spirits were not too bad. It's those armored dudes. Those ones will murderize your face. If you're not paying attention. The Armored Shadows, because they were signatures, and, you know. But I've got new LIs, so I'm fine. So there's some really cool bits of information that came out. Like, Corey pretty much spent the entire day yesterday hobnobbing with the cast twice. And then as he and other people were wandering around either on the show floor or out on the streets of San Diego, heading, you know, from one place to another, going to hotels or whatnot, like, they would run into people from the show who recognized them and be like, oh, hey, Corey, how you doing? And, you know, they'd talk amongst themselves and have a little additional chat. Like, they were doing, like, a special, like, the cast were signing things. And he pretty much held up the line, but, of course, he made a point of being one of the last few people in the line. So he wasn't holding up too many people, but the security people were like, keep it moving, come on, keep it going. Don't hog up their time. But, you know, he was considerate and respectful of everybody's time. But everybody wanted to talk to him. And the lady who plays Diza, the dwarf lady, she, when he gets up to her in the queue, she's like, now who's the celebrity, huh? And so, yeah, apparently he was blushing bright red at that. So, it's... If you trust in Corey and his opinions on his thoughts on things, then I think most of your worries about this series will be allayed. So, that's kind of where I'm taking my view on things. Is the show, to me, looks like it's going to be frickin'... Like, every dollar is going to be on screen, which makes me a very happy camper. Man, this place makes me sad. Most elf ruins make me sad. It's like, wait a minute, I'm not a Rohirric person. Why am I sad about elf ruins? Wait till I get to freaking the Elder Slade. That'll be sad. Oh yeah, I remember that. The reflect damage. That's probably why I got my ass kicked the last time I was in here. So I think my biggest thing about the Rings of Power series is I don't want to get myself too hyped, right? I know this series is not going to be perfect. That's just a given. But I don't want to get myself so wound up in hype that no matter how good it is that I'll still be disappointed. I don't want to get myself into that particular trap. It's a trap! So I think that's about the only thing I'm going to watch out for myself, is just to make sure I don't let myself get too overly hyped. But it looks amazing so far. I love the trailer. I love the teaser. I love all the stories about the actors and what they did to research the roles. I love the fact that Elrond's actor was such a Tolkien nerd that he was organizing like discussion meetings with the cast so they could talk about the books. I like the fact that, you know, some people were trying to pump the actors for spoilers, and Corey's like, I don't care about that. I want to talk about the books. And, you know, Corey being Corey, everybody loves him, and it's amazing. So I think it's very likely that they'll probably reach out to him formally and solicit his advice and consult official-like.
More thought to the words of Ugurkur.
Alright, we'll talk to Thranduil again. Though, of course, one has to also keep in mind that previously the series had Dr. Tom Shippey as their primary lore consultant, and that relationship did not end well. We don't know all the details. There obviously was some drama and whatever going on, and it's not really for us to know what actually happened. It's just being aware that that did happen. And I love Dr. Shippey. He's an amazing, amazing scholar and gentleman. And I once had the dubious honor of exercising ultimate power and kicked him out of Sukal at Mithmoot. With Corey's blessing, Corey said, yeah, you probably want to remove Dr. Shippey. I'm like, okay, we'll do that. And so it was an exercise of ultimate power. But no, actually, I just removed him from panelist status, which took his webcam off, because he's just sitting there chilling, watching the rest of the broadcast. Because he's a older gentleman, so he's not hip to all of the, where are we going? Yeah, we're going the right way. He's not hip to all the stuff with Zoom, though he's pretty good. He can get into a Zoom call, okay, but he generally has somebody to help him out with that, which would be Dr. Ed Powell, who is the Signum person. I love Dr. Ed. If you guys remember, a year or so ago, there was somebody who made a comment about Star Wars, that you couldn't be a real Star Wars fan if you hadn't participated in anything other than just watching the movies. And he got ratioed to the moon and back. That was Dr. Ed. He does like to say controversial things. He's the friend that you take to a party or to somebody's house twice, the second time to apologize. Well, people are asking where Celeborn is, you just haven't seen him yet. He may be there, he may be cast, they may be holding him back for another season. Maybe Galadriel is doing a thing on her own. It's not like Celeborn and Galadriel didn't spend some years apart anyway, because when Galadriel took ship to the west, Celeborn hung out in Middle-earth for some years afterwards with the Sons of Elrond. We don't know what happened with the Sons of Elrond. We know Celeborn eventually took ship to the west as himself. But the Sons of Elrond, we don't know. But I could definitely understand a lot of the concerns of people wanting the show to be respectful of the lore. One thing to be very, very cautious about is what parts of the lore do they have the rights to use. And also, the simple fact that even in the parts that, you know, the extended lore through, like, the History of Middle-earth series, Tolkien didn't write a shit ton about the Second Age. He just didn't. I mean, there's the timeline, there's a couple of side things, but they're telling a story that they are going to have to compress the timeline for. There are changes that are going to be made, and one has to be prepared for adaptations. I think my biggest concern in that regard is making sure they don't just insert shit for the sake of inserting shit, like, can you say Tauriel? Tauriel as a character, the concept of Tauriel being a female elf who just happened to be there because, hello, there are female elves right now, where we are. So there could have been a Tauriel. What they did with the character, again, that was studio interference, for the most part, from my understanding, the whole love triangle bullshittery. But the idea of a female elf who was capable was perfect. I have her Lego. So, interjecting things like that, even...
Legolas told me you adventured in Karastilion and beheld the ruin it has become. The artifact Bugdatish might have been taken by my warriors out of Dol Guldur.
So, yeah. Basically, I don't mind them interjecting things out of their own creativity to fill in the gaps. I more get upset when they create things that override the canon. Like, oh, I don't know, Denethor yeeting himself on fire off the pier. Because that looks cool in a movie, but that's not what happened to Denethor. I'd heard what the Weinsteins wanted to do, and I'm glad they didn't get a chance to. Like, throwing in the random sex scene for no reason, just because, oh, hey, there should be a sex scene here. Nope. So, I'm more than... I used to be just cautiously optimistic, but now I think I'm going to be on board. I'm going to follow the boss's lead and be enthusiastic. I wanted to do well. Honestly, I wanted to do so amazingly well that these fucker haters will shut the hell up. That's what I want. I want these haters to just yeet themselves into this pool right here, except it would probably poison the water. And just, I wanted to succeed in spite of these people more than anything else, which is kind of sad to say, but it's true.
I grew tired of waiting for news from you.
Why am I asking the Elven King? Why don't you ask him yourself, Gandalf? Jeez, oh Pete. Oh, yeah, I know that, Ski. They won't admit they're wrong. But I still wanted to do well. In spite of them. Because, I hate to say it, I was not a huge fan of Rise of Skywalker, despite the 2-second appearance of Wedge Antilles in it. I hated the story about Rey being a Palpatine. I would have been so much happier if she'd been a Kenobi. I'm sorry, did I say that aloud? I did. But she could have been anything other than a Palpatine, I think. I liked, the story of her being a nobody, in that it meant that we could unhinge ourselves, divorce ourselves from the fucking Skywalker saga. I love the Skywalker saga. It's a great story, but stop attaching everything to it. Stop it.
I do not like to speak of that horde, as Mithrin knows.
Travel to Logland. Alright. We're also gonna go jump in the water where the barrels are. And I also kind of understand that too, Bookworm. I have not read the Wheel of Time books. I might have read the first one. Maybe. But I think that's definitely a different... That's where people are tacking on Amazon versus, oh, hey, Amazon just throwing money at this thing. Ski, I'm with you there. What they should have done with the sequel trilogy is have one person write all 3 stories overall, and have one primary, well, not even have the same director, because even Star Wars Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi didn't have the same director all throughout. But I think having a cohesive story from point A to point C, yes, that's what they should have done, and they didn't. They fucked it up. Simple as that. You thought for a while she might have been Luke and Mara Jade's secret love child, but even her being a Skywalker, like, for real, would have been so much better than her being a Palpatine. I mean, I love Ian McDiarmid. He's a wonderful, beautiful actor. I love him to bits and bits and bits. And he's really, really good at what he does. But maybe it's because I really don't want to think about the notion of Palpatine having sex. Which is a very terrible thing to say. Because it is ableist. It is, it's like saying, oh my god, somebody's grandparents had sex or something, and people are like grossed out by it. But I just can't imagine the notion of Palpatine having kids. And I understand that one of the new Star Wars books called Shadows of the Sith talks about her parents and what they did to do whatever. So I'm interested to read that book to find out more. It is considered canon, so it is the story. But I think, well, hello. I think we should have gotten that in the actual movies. Because even if they have canon that is considered... See, I knew I was going to be rubber band... Wow, rubber banding 2 whole trees back. Let's check our location. Yep, dirty 30. But even if they had... man, I freaking lost my train of thought. Come on, game. Might just be permanently stuck. I might have to restart the client. Well, I think the main problem, Bookworm, is that they didn't have the same writers overall. No shit, Sherlock. Come on. I think we might actually be. Nope. We're getting there. We're getting there. But yeah, for example, the prequel trilogy, which I love the fact that people are loving it now. And it's mostly those 9-year-olds who loved it originally, who are now 29-year-olds. Who are like, yeah, those are my movies. They're warts and all. I mean, I'm gonna blaspheme here for a moment. Empire Strikes Back was not a perfect movie. There, I said it. It's a brilliant movie. It's great. It does so many things that it needs to do, but it's not a perfect movie. Let's go jump in the water. I'm trying to remember where the barrels came ashore. Somewhere in here, though. There we go. And where Bilbo freed the company from the things are down there. One of the things about the Amazon series is they don't seem to be rushing things. It's not like they have to get it out the door. Well, I mean, obviously they've got a release date now. But it doesn't look like they are rushing things. I mean, they've been working on this series for far longer than it's been announced. It's like game developing, honestly. Is just because we're finally getting details and the marketing thing is moving on. God damn, the server's laggy. It doesn't mean that it's not actually being given the appropriate care. We'll see how the story plays out. I mean, right now the only thing I have question about is how good is the actual story. The production values look amazing. The actors clearly are on board with, you know, respecting their roles, respecting the fact that, you know, a lot of people are, you know, expecting certain things out of this story.
Greetings to you. Are you lost?
Oh, yes.
I wish to help you, and help you I shall.
Go to the entrance of Lake Town. All right. We're gonna go to where Bilbo freed people from the barrels. Which means we're gonna go jump in the river again. This place needs a stable master so badly. Trying to remember where Bilbo actually did the thing. I think it was on the shore down where the thoughts of Bilbo wind up. Can I get one of those? I'm gonna go punting. I haven't been punting in like 30 years. Almost 30 years, like 20 some odd years. When in '94 I went to London for a month for a study abroad, and then afterwards, running into trees, while I was there, my friend and I went punting on the River Avon. My local friend, Mr. Mike Richards, Dr. Michael Richards, actually. He's a doctor, and he's got his doctorate from Oxford, so that's pretty cool. Okay, we've got about another hour and 15 to go, because again, I did start late. Actually, you know what? I think the thing is where the Dread Turtle are. Listen to Mr. Bill Champagne's amazing Lake Town music. Do. When I stream on the official channel, I use his Bells of Dale music for the intro, and Dale sleeping for the outro music on my official stream because it's so pretty. Alright, where do they go? Might need to look at the thing again. It's somewhere around here. Look, it's a moose. So I appreciate everybody being here this evening. It's been having some good time. Just trying to get this character closer to 115. Where am I supposed to be? Let me look this up, because this is the other one I always have trouble finding. North of Logland by the edge of the river in the reeds. Okay, well, we're north of Logland. No, wait, that's where the barrels came ashore. Where Bill would free the company was east of Logland. It was actually where I thought it was. It's where you find the thoughts of Bilbo during the Bilbo's birthday thing. So let's race on over there. If the game will allow us to ride without too much leg spiky happiness. In the reeds. It's a Neeker Breaker. Sam's favorite. Sploosh. Here we go. One of these days, my friends, one of these days we'll be able to go down this path. This exists for a reason. Someday we'll get through this. This gate will not be blocked. Oh, hello, treasure cache. But someday we'll be able to ride through this and ride up over this block of rocks to see what's beyond. I mean, it looks like you should just be able to climb through the rocks, right? You should be able to! Scenario, damn you, sir! Damn you! Someday. But what would be south of here? To the fields of Kelduin. So we're here. The fields of Kelduin would be down here. So one would hope that eventually maybe they'll open up, since we have Roscabel, maybe they'll open up an area down here, south of the Iron Hills. And down here in the East Bight, and maybe tell some more of the story about what happened that led all the Easterlings to start heading west and wind up in the Iron Hills. And in around Northern Mirkwood. Anywho, let's go see where Thorin declared himself before the Master of Lake Town. And yes, we are going up the slopes of Erebor to find the secret passage. Stand by the grey stone when the thrush knocks, and the last rays of the setting sun on Durin's day will shine a light upon the keyhole. Words to that effect. Which is actually one of my favorite housing decorations, is the Durin's Day one, except when it's buggy, which it tends to apparently bug whenever rain is a thing. And we're just coming out here to get the Explorer deed kicked off. Not that I need it for anything. The bones of Smaug and the rest of the original lake town. Bad monkeys out here. Let's go to Lake Town. It's a goat! I do have to say the dev team really did step up their game in the crafting of the Northern Mirkwood area. I mean, holy crap, look at Lake Town. They would not have been able to build Lake Town in the same sort of, with the same sort of tools that they had back when they were originally making Bree. It just couldn't have happened. Alright, we're gonna hang out here. We're gonna dismount, wait for things to pop in. Let's talk to the stable master, nice lady.
How can I be of service?
What brings you to Lake Town? I hope you
Ask
intend
about
no trouble.
Karazgar. I'm not bringing trouble with me. I'm from Rohan. I'll bring song and dance because I'm a minstrel. Have I heard that the elves have marched on Dol Guldur? Heck yeah, I was there when it happened. The Dark Lord has fallen? I wasn't there when it happened, but I heard about it. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome to the stream. Okay. 14.5 by 28.9. So that would have been... Let's ask around. They eye me warily. What? I'm Rohirric. What are you doing, people? Rude. And of course, was no central planning to this town. However, one thing they did do for this town that no previous town in Lotro has ever had: outhouses. True story. Look at that. Outhouses. Hey everybody, this outhouse doesn't have a queue. Just saying. Oh, we need to go over there. Alright, we're gonna go into the pub, the Dragon Bone Inn. Not to be confused with the Dragonborn Inn, which is what you'd see in D&D. Okay, I need to find the location where they met the Master. See, this is the home of the Master right here. The Master of Lake Town. There's a really cool quest line in there, too. So I need to find where Thorn would have declared himself. Would have been on the shores, I think. So let's go out and take care of that real quick. Oh! Before the... Druid, you are a dingleberry. is before the Master of Lake Town. The Master of the original Lake Town, not current Lake Town. The Master of Esgaroth. Let's go back down to where the thing is. I should have gone to the edge of that little pier, and that would have gotten the thing done. Durr. Excuse me, brown bear. Pardon me. Moose! Boar! Bear! Oh my. I missed it. Boop. So yeah, I have actually not been streaming as often as I would like. I have actually, unfortunately, been super busy with my work with Signum, trying to... We're on a bit of a schedule with our website overhaul. It's part of the accreditation process we're currently in the middle of. So, that does take precedence. And also, I get really tired after a 10-hour day. 10-hour work day, so I kind of... Let's try not to yeet there. See, I just should have gone a little bit further. Would have been fine. Durr. Okay. Let's go talk to Fosty. So I don't think we're going to make it to 115 tonight. I don't think I'll be able to get a whole level here in an hour. I probably could if I just like hopped into missions and done a bunch of missions, but I like doing this story. I'm not going to lie. I love the story. And so my dear friend Kill 'Em Quicker offered, well, we can just run you through school and library over and over again. I'm like, oh my god, I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything I'd want to do less than that. I just don't find it entertaining to do the same content. At least with the missions, there's enough of them. And they're really, really quick for the most part that, you know, you can just, you know, whip them out real... Whip them out. Okay, War States plus Lake Town, not the most brilliant of things, especially if you're lagging. But we're still going to do it just for the entertainment's sake. Let's see if I wind up in the river, in the lake. The trick to riding a war steed is to know when to turn the gas off. Now, whether the game recognizes that you've turned the gas off is another question. See, that restroom, that outhouse has a line, so you don't want to use that one. This one even has a queue. It's like, hurry up! That one's got a queue of how many? 3, 4 people? So the one on the south side of town is the best one. Hello, Fosty.
You are a friend of Colfith?
Yeah.
You to a table inside.
I'm not a friend of Colfith. I just met him.
Colfith will not be long.
I like how some chairs you can actually just sit in them. We get to talk to this dwarf over here. La da 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 dum 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 dum. Apparently my chair doesn't come with any lumbar support. Look at this. Look at how my back is arched like I'm a comic book character where the artist doesn't know how to draw women without breaking their backs. Alright. What do you want, my fine dwarf? Oh, talk to me, Mr. Dwarf Patron. Patron. Oh, there'll be a lesson taught today. One would hope that they would actually get their drinking water from upstream. Yeah, she's gonna kick your butt, guys. A brawling man? Hey, hey, why are you wielding a sword? You're a brawling man. You're not a brawler. Where's your battle gauntlets? Chickens! Book, 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 book! All right. All right, let's go up to the Lonely Mountain and beat on things on the way. I did forget to pop another XP booster, which I will do right now, as soon as I pull one out of shared storage.
Fine brawl. I like you. You are good in a fight. That much is clear.
I could use one of those too. Actually, I think I'll save that for alts who need to get to level cap. Alright, we're not going to use the... Yeah, we will use the entire hour's worth of stuff, so... Let's go jump in the river. Lake Evendim said, "Hey, I'm the biggest lake. You know, they call me Lake Eberswim." And the long lake goes, "Hold my beer." Splooshy, splooshy, splashy, splashy. So next stream will for sure be on the DDO stream channel, because I do stream on their channel. I did not actually do my DDO stream this week because they had to do a hotfix during the middle of my stream time. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just not going to bother. And so I got some work done for the university website. It was good times. Alrighty. And you follow along this and we'll take up the next thing of the Long Lake thing. Knock the stag out. Knock his misses out. That's one thing I like about playing a minstrel. You can just like shoot things and just run away. Okay. Okay, let's see. There was I think it's the first time somebody who has never hunted deer in real life heard what the deer sound like when you kill them in game. We're not prepared for that sound. And I would agree with the bookworm, at least the Long Lake doesn't have islands in the middle with quests on them. We're gonna ignore the Howling Wolves quest. You know, we'll take it, because, you know, if we run into more wolves on the way, we'll just kill them. There'll be some free XP. Okay, so we need to go to the Lonely Mountain north of Dale. Let's get on a war steed. We are going to stop in Dale long enough to pick up the travel point. And then we'll move on to Erebor. I'm actually kind of looking forward to eventually when I get my main up here, because I've kind of put my catch-up completion show a little bit on hiatus because I haven't been streaming as much as I would like to. I'm probably going to, once I get my alts where I want them for the LI opening chicanery, like this one, it'll be at 115. I'll get back to the catch-up completion. It will be my Saturday night show. Because right now I'm only streaming on Lotra Stream, DDO Stream, and here once a week, which I want to stream more here. But for example, on Thursday, after I was getting my work done for the school, I was invited to a raid to the Fall of Khazad-dûm, and then we did tier 1 of Tower of Orthanc. We're actually looking at the notion of doing tier 2 soon. Because people want the orrery. I want the orrery so bad. And also we're looking at working on apparently grooming invisible steeds. There we go. Working on Throne of Dread Terror. So I can get my Morgul crests. So I can then get the Faramir set of armor from South Athelion. Because I want it so badly. Oh no, it's the song that I play when I start my show. Bill does such a great job with this. Yep, I know it's super rare, but we're still going to try for it. They're hiring, Standing Stone is currently hiring for a new person for QA. Not that anything has happened to MVP. He is still around and being MVP. But I think Bill Champagne is doing a little bit more composition work than QA work for the game now. Well, for both games, actually. He's done the soundtrack of the last 2 DDO expansions as well. No, actually the last 3. He did Feywild, he did Saltmarsh, and he just did Isle of Dread. Let's get the Erebor travel point.
Well met.
Have you ever tried doing like a drive-by travel stable master claim? Where like you're racing, especially trying it, you know, the challenge mode of course is doing it on a war steed, which is so much fun.
At last you arrived.
Hey!
Waiting for some time.
Hey, don't be grumpy. Find the visitors in front of the throne. Okay. We'll go find the visitors. Let me in. Come on, game. Let's go. And the old Thorin's Gate theme. Oh my god, that takes us back, doesn't it? It's kind of like going back and playing, you know, Lotro after a while. I'm sorry, playing WoW. Sorry, wrong game. And hearing the Elwyn Forest theme for the first time in a few years. Be like, oh my god, I remember that. This is one of my least favorite game spaces in terms of functionality. And I mean mainly from like the quest tracker functionality. Hello, friends. Hello. Speaking of Thorin's Hall.
My travels do not bring me home very often.
Mm-hmm.
It has been some time since we have all gathered here.
Ah, you wish for your brother were still alive. Yeah, Balin was always my favorite of the dwarves. I'm not gonna lie.
I prefer when things are simple.
Yep, glowing. Yeah! And suddenly Wizard appears.
I do not know what has caused this decline, but I see some possibilities.
Okay, let's go talk to the king again. Because we've met the king before. Because we've done the opening of the Allegiance quest storyline. But I think the functionality that I really dislike about the Hall Under the King is that the fact that the quest functions, like quest arrows, don't work right, and it's just a pain in the ass.
Can Gandalf combat this worrying decline in our craft skill?
What?
Open the tomb of
114.
Thorin Oakenshield?
Yeah, we're gonna be disrespectful and exhume the body of Thorin Oakenshield. Oh, we're about to play some of my favorite quests in the game! Oh, man. Because anybody who can get away with sassing Gandalf, I am there for this. It's not that she sasses Gandalf, that she gets away with it. Because he could so easily return fire and put her in a place, but he doesn't. He just totally doesn't. This right here is the most useful of all the riders to Mordor, mainly because when you come to the Dwarven Allegiance Hall, you're actually in Thorin's Gate, so it's like you're right there. I mean, the human one will take you to the Tower of Ithilien, which is okay, but you don't have a rider to Mordor like right there and housing right there. And oh hey, did you know I have did you know I had a house? I have a house in Erebor. It's very blue. Do y'all want to see my blue house while we're here? Chat, do you want to see my blue house? I actually haven't been in it in a while. And definitely not in this character. Let's go take a look at the blue house. What's really cool is one of my favorite kinships. I don't only interact with one person in the kinship, but they are named after the best bug in the game, the Aragian Night Rainbow. When I bought my my geode house, which obviously we're gonna go to a geode house, they have the kinship hall in the same neighborhood, and I'm like, oh hey, we're neighbors. I'm like, I know this kinship. True story. In this theater down there is a place that you can summon low-level characters. Bet you didn't know that. True story. You can summon lobies to the theater that nobody ever uses. I mean, I love the space. It feels dwarven, but I don't think anybody has ever actually used it. For any reason, other than, you know, summoning lobies. It's very sad, actually. Alright, where is the one that I have a house in? Right there. Boop. Make it a favorite so I don't have to skim down. No, it's not so much the bug will never get fixed because the players revolt. The devs like it too much themselves. Look, it's went to Cranesville. Okay, where am I going and what am I doing? Okay, the geode house is across the way, that way. You know what we're gonna do though? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna yeet. There's gonna be yeeting happen. And I love the fact that you have like your auction house and bank down here. Very, very handy. You got your far-ranging stable master. You got your swimmable gold pool down here. Do, 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 do. And yes, I have jumped off the highest things up there into the pool and did not die. Well, we're not going to jump in the gold coins right now. Nope. There's also the lift that you can go up and down. So the kin hall is way the hell down that way. And Aragian Night Rainbow owns it. They're awesome, awesome folks. Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna do a quick tour of the house because we're still on a timer and I wanna not waste anybody's time. I like the fact that you have a supplier out here, and though these are craftable gardens that you can use. It's my door. Yes, Quicksilver is my dwarf who owns this. Alright. Let's turn off nameplates. And yes, it's very blue. I made it very blue. Yep, one of my many standing stone things, because I love standing stone icons. I have the goat from the harvest thing in front of a thing. Snowball field, because snowball fields are awesome. And more piles of gold. More goats. I have a new goat that I could put down, actually. Thorin's steed. Shadow goat. The fleet-footed goat. My main now has the Khazad Doom goat. That's the... I forget which one that is. That's the goat of the threshold, right? We did threshold. So I'll probably wind up replacing the fleet-footed goat with... the one from Fall of Khazad-dûm, since we just did that the other night. But I'm not doing it today. I'm gonna wait for everything to load, because everything is stupidly blue in here. Surprise! The lights are blue, The walls are blue. The decorations are as blue as I can make them. And yeah, there need to be a lot more housing hooks, except you can already see the performance issues I'm having. I'm on server 16 and things are lagging. So here's my transport hub, so I can go to either War Three Peaks, Mordor, Gundabad, or Minas Morgul. Got a secret keyhole. Got the downstairs geode room. This is like a treasure room. The waterfall. And the really cool thing is you can sit in this chair and watch this. This is actually outside of the house. Like you go out here and you're outside the house. So the only way this works is you have to use the tools in the settings to be able to put that outside. And this is the downstairs throne room. Very, very basic. And again, with everything being as blue as I possibly can. And I wish I could bring this down, but it always looks weird having those way down. Little nook down here behind the stairs. Just like a little cot bedroom. Like I'm just going to crash out here under the stairs with a pile of gold. And scary goblin and more piles. Like, I love the fact that you could buy piles of gold decorations with gold itself. At one of the vendors. Actually, I think the vendor... Oh, yeah, I have snow in the ceiling. And one of the things I did is I kept yeeting myself off of this, so I put this in the way, so I couldn't do that. See, I can't get around it. So this is the throne room with some kegs. Anniversary keg. We should use the keg to see where I wind up. It'll be a pain in the ass to get back to where we're going. It's the throne. And of course, I do have the chest of Durin the Deathless, which I picked up one time when I was in the Hidden Horde raid, which is awesome. And we're going to use the Moria keg. We're totally going to use the Moria keg. And this is the main master bedroom. Little pile of gold over here. Little pile of gold. And the remade mosaic of Durna Motsog. Them being friends. So this is my blue geode house. It is pretty. We're gonna do it. We're gonna use the keg and then we'll get back to questing here. Maybe we'll be lucky and wind up in the invisible. In the pub. The sound effects that play during the various races when they're drunk are weird. Like elves and hobbits have this sound that sounds like an Irish person being super drunk. Okay, where do we wind up, chat? It looks like the Shire. Wow, we're in the foundations of stone? Where the hell are we? I don't think there's any... Is there any safe way to get out of here? Just jump down into the green, Wait, that's the endless stair. Well, I didn't intend to jump in the green, in the Kool-Aid, but it looks like we're going. Alright. Let's get out of here. Let's get back to Erebor. So let's go to my regular house. And we'll go find Dis. I've never actually been to the hidden pub in the 21st. Or up in the Bree jail. That's always fun, though. Now, we will have to deal with being drunk for a little bit longer. How long are we going to be drunk? Where's my trousers? Wait, do I actually not have my pants on? No, I have my pants on, but my boots for some reason are not appearing in my character portrait. That's weird. And I know some folks have real difficulty dealing with this, this effect, so they have to wait till it passes. It's almost, and I like the fact that the icon for it is a panda. It's like, it's the only way you could get away with having a panda in Lord of the Rings Online, is you just have it for a silly ass, I'm really, really drunk icon. Oh, this is going on for another, can I get rid of it? Nope. Okay, we're just gonna be drunk for a while. At least it's not like World of Warcraft, where if your character is drunk, it actually repaths some of your, like in the middle of things, your character will suddenly, like, you're holding the W key, and suddenly your character is running off in some weird direction. Oh, you got dumped in the Bay of Horachel.
What can I do for you?
We want to go to Why can't I go back to the abodes of Erebor? Oh, it's because I'm 130. Not 130 yet. Not going to be 130. I'm going to 21st snowboard. I'll bring in. I'm going to go to Erebor. Let's go to Erebor. You can go to the Etmores and play PvP. No, we're not. Okay, we're gonna go up the slopes of Erebor. Because I don't want to meet Dis when I'm like this drunk off my butt. Oh, you were in your level 30s. Ooh, that would have been fun. Let's turn nameplates back on. So I can at least see where mobs are, even if I can't hit them from where I am. Well, there's a wolf. Will it attack? Don't care if it's going to attack. I'm going to attack it. I have a quest to attack wolves. Colors have returned to our world. Behind. There's a moose. Moose, I like a moose. Never had anything quite like a moose. Been the wide world over, my morals are loose. I never had anything quite like a moose. That's a song you should not sing in polite company. Alright, we're gonna go up here. There is one of the other bits of the path of the path of the company. And I'm not going to touch on the dwarf marker. Don't do it, Druid. Caw, caw, caw. Okay, where is it? It's somewhere in here. It's where they were scouting the slopes of the mountain. It's close to Ravenhill, I do know that. Somewhere in here. And you can see one of the little Easter eggs. A bunny. On a bear skin. I think it's behind me. It's behind you. What time of day is it? Should be getting toward dusk. It is. At least we're not in Mirkwood during the dusky bits. Aha. There lies all that is left of Dale. I don't know, looks pretty good there, Ballin. Alright, let's go complete the deed by going up the mountainside. And then we'll come back and actually go back to the quest line. This is like one of the best quest lines in the game too, so I really like it. It gives you that sense of being epic, right? It is the epic story, but it has this additional weight to it. Let's go ride in a war steed. It's a battle cat. Is it named Cringer? Let's go up the hill. There's a couple of different lore pages up here. I believe there's a treasure cache if you go on beyond the secret door. Whoa, hi. Good lord. That was a rubber band. Of course, during the Durin's Day event, you'll want to come here. Because they'll have a special skybox and a little thing that you can get as a title. And there's like 3 successive years of it. I think 3. Pretty sure it was 3. And here's the treasure cache. You can yeet yourself off the mountain. I do not recommend it. Got logs of the gemstone. So this is the Arid Mithrin. I lied. That's not, because that's Ravenhill down there. This is the valley leading to the Arid Mithrin right here. And that is the northern end of Mirkwood or Erendasgalen. Okay, let's go talk to Dis, and we'll go see if we can find a few more wolves on the way down the hill. And we'll kill them. And then in about 20-25 minutes, I will let y'all cut y'all loose. I'll see if maybe there's somebody cool to raid out of our Lotro community of streamers. We like to promote each other as best we can. We'll see who's live at that time, then I'll pick somebody. Unless there's nobody that I really know. Because one of the things I don't want to do is I don't want to, like, send my community to some random person and that be, like, a really terrible streamer. And I mean terrible, not, like, hateful person. That's kind of how, like, I don't want to send you to somebody I don't know if they're not going to be, like, rude and racist and shit. Hi, Wolf. I was looking for you. Where, Wolf? There, Wolf. There, Castle. Hi, Moose. I gotta actually spend a little bit more time killing things on the way from point A to point B. I've been so working toward just getting to places more quickly. I'm not really doing as much to actually clear the path to get there, because it's slower to stop and kill things. I keep hitting that button. I don't mean to do it. I'm gonna just walk for a little while until I find a couple more wolves, put them out of their misery, and then we'll ride to Ravenhill. Speaking of wolves, hi. That's a lynx. That doesn't count. And now that I'm like one wolf away, then I'm not going to be able to find any wolves anywhere. See, just more lynxes. Like, how many freaking spells did that thing freaking miss? Jeez, oh, Pete. That was a bit embarrassing. That was embarrassing, chat. Let's go talk to Dis and haul water and take out stones and stuff. Let's be respectful to the elder stateswoman of the dwarfen people. And I know a lot of folks were like, oh my god, I wish my dwarf could look like her! And I understand that notion, but I also understand the notion that, you know, she's Dis, she gets a unique model.
Yes.
And she has, like, the best model, I'm not gonna lie. So pretty! Golden hour in Lotro, hell yeah. This game is so gorgeous, I'm not gonna lie. Look at this. Look at that sky, chat! Look at that shit! The dev team. Oh, hey, look! This is getting beyond.
Well, the conversation has left me parched.
Yeah, we'll go get you some water, Dis, so I can look at these gorgeous skies outside your home. When I first came to northern Mirkwood and came up to this area and I saw the well down there, I'm like, yeah, that's part of a quest. You just saw it and I'm like, yep, that's part of a quest. My goodness.
This is a day for visitors.
Got Biffer and Buffer and Bombur and his stewards. Defeat foes near Dale. Sure, we'll go do that.
This is a day for visitors.
Come on, let's continue our quest. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go beat up on things near Dale. One. Two. 3. 4. Let's hit a moose. Hit the moose. Hit the moose in the face. Hit the moose in the goose. Five. Eight. Oh, hello. So, do we want to try? Do we want to try for it? Let's try for it because it'll be funny. Got him. Apparently we don't like Aurochs very much. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. Progress has been added to the reward track. Where are we in the reward track? We're at 46. So got plenty of space to go. And I'm only gunning for 50. So I don't have like a huge monstrous stash of tokens or LIXPs this time around. I do still have some floating around, but not too many. And in fact, my 115s will be used as soon as this character gets settled. Ponton Finberry! How are you doing, sir? Thiefy is here. I should say Thief is back, because he was here earlier. And now he's here again. Smell like cat food. We have a thiefy. We have a thiefy butt. Kevin gifting the sub to Bookworm. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something. I think it's already set that way, but I'm not sure. Caw, caw. Caw, caw. Ooh, he's getting shin tickles. Let's do that. He's a thiefy. He's a thiefy butt. Oh man, if I had just gone to the Bones of Smaug, I would have gotten that done too. Oh well.
More friends have arrived. And the wizard too.
This is so happy to see Gandalf. Gandalf opened his mouth to speak and this silences him with like, I did not want to hear it from you, wizard.
You think the heart of the mountain has been stolen from my brother's tomb?
We must know if Karisgar or his agents have worked some evil with the Ark.
I've got a kitty.
This is Mazel Akraz, the Chamber of Glory. My brother and my sons lie within. Let us go now to them.
And you can talk, you should talk to everybody. Like you can go down that way, you can go down this way. And you get the same things if you go the other direction. And they say watch your footing. They're not joking. I think you get Nori on this side. And who else do you get? Yeah, you get Dory. I think it is the same if you go the other direction. Or I think you might get let's find out. I don't get anything on this way. Oh, Broger. I still don't know what happened to Broger. I mean, I know he's dead. And that the Iron Garrison fell and it's part of the Dwarven Allegiance story. Yeah, look it up. Go on. Go on, DP. Go on. There you go. Brow. And of course, Standing Stone took the appropriate care in doing the inscriptions. And of course, here's Orcrist. It's hard to see with the bloom going on. Hey, stop it. You can see it better further away, unfortunately. It's called entropy, dude. It's a scientific principle. I always wonder what my back hurts motion is like for him. And this is Chris Pearson being a freaking nerd. And actually, I think they probably conferred with, like, Mike Trout or something for this. My back hurts. I don't get that pose. I don't know why they animated that. Yeah, this goes back into some deep-ass nerdery shit. Bomber's like, are we done here? Gandalf just had a moment. And if you notice on the side, it was saying that the quest was like going to take 16 minutes. That's actually funny. Whatever Bugdatish didn't mean, maybe it was something else. Names have power, you dingle-dong. He talks too much. Leave him behind when you come to visit. I love it when somebody gives Gandalf sass and he just takes it. That's what Erebor used to look like back in the olden days before it got revamped. Before it became real. At least we got teleported here. That's handy.
I am satisfied by your report.
And Thief has a howl. Let's talk to Gandalf.
Feels right to me.
Okay. Tactical mastery rating. That's a nice upgrade when I can equip it. Light vitality, agility vitality, silk wool light. I think this is going to be it. I think the other one is the healing one. Tactical mids crit rating. But this one is tactical mastery and crit. Hi, Thief.
King Thorin has given me a room in the dwelling halls of Erebor.
And we're gonna get ourselves a necklace of the dwarf holes here in a minute. And that's gonna be a massive upgrade. Because, yeah, the necklace I have is pretty much ancient. It's literally Pelennor shit. Okay, what's my bags look like? Not too bad, not too bad. Yep, we're not gonna make it. It's actually 11:30 already. I'm seeing friends in the Lonely Mountain Band are logging in. So I think what we'll probably do is we'll find the home of Outhie Gem Cutter and leave it there. And then I'm gonna switch over and go listen to Bard's Beards and Longbeards here in half an hour. Do want to take a break before then, so I'm not gonna stream that. Hi. Hi. What are you doing, kitty? What are you doing? Oh, you're being good. But I think next time what we'll probably wind up doing is continuing our quest to level 115. And, whoa. And I don't know when that next time will be, because next week will be Buckeye Moot here in the greater Cincinnati area, literally a mile and a half from my house. And I will be supporting that all day and probably going out to dinner with folks afterwards, so I probably won't be around to stream. But I'll see what I can do about maybe an extra stream either Thursday or Friday night next week. I don't know. It may or may not be Lotro, simply because I have been playing Ark a lot and also have been playing No Man's Sky. Well, I stopped playing No Man's Sky when the current expedition, well, the previous expedition ended and I got all my rewards. And I've just been waiting for the next expedition. But they just released a new thing, a really amazing update to overhaul how freighters are in-game. And I really want to jump into it. I logged into the game to just check out what my freighter looked like. I'm like, oh my god, this is so good. So, the dev team at Hello Games have been really just killing it. So it's been a great time. But we're going to hang out here. No, I'm not moving anywhere. What? I'm not going anywhere. Oh, Fifi. Yeah. Hey, Big Mikey. Yeah, actually, they've announced the new expedition Polestar, and the theory is that it's going to start next week, so we'll hop in that when it happens. But the cool news is, because I have a new graphics card for my computer, because that's why I have no money right now, because I bought a graphics card on Prime Day last week. I went from the 1080 that Igneous Orange graciously gave to me, and I need to talk to you, Igneous, if you're around, to ask you what you would like me to do with the card, because since it was a gift, I feel like passing it on someplace else, but I would rather your input on what to do, or if you want it back, I can send it back to you. But now I have an RTX 3060 in this beast, and that means I can stream things like Ark, not on Epic. Unfortunately, I can't stream Ark on Epic. That's just a little bit too much, but I think that's mainly a processor thing at that point, rather than a card thing. But I should be able to play No Man's Sky in pretty sexy detail. That's going to be good. Got to enable that, and I did forget to do that. Thank you, Kevin. I need to look for that. The NVIDIA encoder. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But let's go see who's streaming Lotro right now. See if there's anybody that I know of that I feel comfortable sending you to. Because that's one of the things I like to... I want to do more raids to, you know, give people, you know, folks to see. But I also don't want to send you somewhere that you're not going to have fun, right? So let me see who's streaming the Lotros right now. Hopefully it's not somebody's ending their stream. You know what? Professor Teacher G is up. She is amazing. I'll send you on over to her. And give her a big druid raid on my behalf. And let's go give her some love, shall we? She's awesome, awesome peeps. So, you know the drill, folks. Be good. And if you can't be good at it. And I hope to see you next stream. All right. Bye now. I'm going to hit the button. Boop.